I am super excited for Fire Emblem Engage, and I want to share that excitement with all of you, so here are 5 reasons to get hyped. Reason 1. Crazy unit customization. Fire Emblem Engage's titular Engage system adds a whole new layer to unit customization. Units in this game will have personal skills, access to class-specific skills, and a multitude of weapons, but now they also get access to a bevy of Emblem Ring-specific skills, most of which can be inherited and carried over even when you decide to change Emblem Ring or classes. Emblem Rings can also be augmented with Bond Rings, which are lesser rings that provide specific stat increases like strength or luck to the Emblem Ring itself. It is still unclear how many Bond Rings can be augmented to an actual Emblem Ring, but what we do know is that each Emblem Ring can only equip Bond Rings of characters from their respective games only. So if your Bond Ring is of then only Celica's Emblem Ring will be able to equip that Bond Ring. Some Bond Rings at the maximum level can also provide skills that can completely change the playing field, so don't sleep on this Bond Ring mechanic. For those who love theory crafting and build crafting, this game seems to be a dream come true. Oh, and not only do we get combat customization, but we can also customize our units, accessories, and outfits. Reason 2. Eye-catching graphics. Unlike Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Intelligent Systems took the lessons they've learned with their ever-ambitious 3 houses and made sure that Fire Emblem Engage not only looks clean, crisp, and beautiful, but also kept the frame rate and gameplay stable. From the previews that are available so far, there seems to be no horrible jitters, lag, or slowdown. But then again, I guess it wouldn't be fair to compare Fire Emblem, a behemoth franchise, to an indie game like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. While the art direction may be hit or miss for some, I'm glad they took the hardware limitations into consideration when designing the game's graphical assets. Reason 3. Gameplay innovations. Many powerful new mechanics such as engaging with Fire Emblem heroes of old, the addition of chain attacks when standing adjacent to an allied unit, smashing enemies into other units or walls, and inflicting break to this armor unit for a single combat round can be utilized by both you and your enemies within Fire Emblem Engage. This adds a ton of new strategic layers that will force us to really consider our actions in higher difficulties, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Understandably so, some may dislike the many changes to the gameplay formula. After all, one of Fire Emblem's biggest appeal is in its simplicity to pick up and play. If done incorrectly, all these new mechanics can add a lot of bloat that ends up taking away from that gameplay experience. Me personally, I'm real happy that Intelligent Systems are courageous enough to try new things, but that is a biased view from somebody who loves playing fighting games competitively. Additionally, new tools also mean more gameplay variety when it comes to your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th playthrough. Before I continue, what are you most excited for about Fire Emblem Engage? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're having a good time so far, support this channel by giving this video a like and subscribing if you want more content like this. Thank you. Reason 4. Nostalgia. The 12 Emblem Rings within Fire Emblem Engage houses the spirit of many heroes in Fire Emblem's past, allowing Fire Emblem fans to connect with some of their favorite characters within the series. Additionally, Fire Emblem Engage can get newer fans interested in older titles by proxy of the titles' main characters, urging them to want to spend more time with the characters so they'll visit the previous games, sort of like how Super Smash Bros. Melee helped Fire Emblem get started in the United States. As someone who's played all of the English releases but none of the Japanese exclusive games, this would be a fun opportunity to get to know Sigurd and Leif, so I really hope the writing of this game do them justice. Reason 5. It's a new freaking Fire Emblem game. While I may not enjoy all Fire Emblem experiences equally, as a veteran Fire Emblem fan myself, how could I not be excited to see the franchise thrive? Being able to play the next mainline Fire Emblem game is always a treat, especially with the perspective that this franchise almost died at the end of the Nintendo DS era. It feels doubly great that even though they don't always hit the mark, the developers at Intelligent Systems seem ever ambitious to try new things. And in just a couple weeks, we'll all be playing a ton of Fire Emblem. What makes Fire Emblem such an appealing series? And why can't we stop playing it once we get started? What is the secret sauce to Fire Emblem's gameplay loop? The answer is a lot simpler than you think. Check out this video on screen right now to learn more about Fire Emblem's not so secret ingredient. My name is Varsona, and I'll see you next time.